Yo, tap in. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, everyone. Already a little late, I would say, 8:41. I don't like going live too late, so I won't be too long, but I didn't really want to go during the football game thinking people would probably be watching the game. So I was sort of waiting for the game to go off. But welcome to the live, everyone. And tonight, welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. And tonight I'll be talking about, briefly, prison yards that have a weapons only policy. They have these sort of prison yards, or prisons, period, that have a weapons only policy, which means a no hands on policy, a no fighting policy. Meaning, whenever you guys get into it with one another, there can only be knife play and there will only be knife play. There's no fighting whatsoever. Now, you have yards that have a no fighting policy, but you also have yards that do not have this, and instead a particular group on that yard has a weapons only policy, meaning they've already established within their own faction that whenever they get into it with someone, it's weapons only. There will be no fighting. You have individuals, and just individuals, who have a weapons only policy, to where if you get into it with that particular individual on the yard, this individual you can expect to draw a weapon. They're only dealing with weapons. This is a weapons only policy in prison. This is a weapons only policy on a prison yard. You hit the yard and you ask, what is the policies here? And someone from your faction, your homie, and if you are not a member, if you are a non-affiliate, then any black should be able to tell you that this is what the situation here is on this yard, which is, this is a weapons only policy yard. There are no fights on the yard. When you get into it with someone, or when your faction gets into it with someone, you can expect that car and that faction to use weapons only. There will not be a squabble. There will not be, talking. There will not be any of this. As soon as you get into it, you must have your weapon ready to go. You must have your weapon ready to go, because you already know, you're going to already know that this is a weapons only yard, a weapons only policy on this yard, or this particular group has a weapons only policy. You might think you're Mike Tyson and you can knock everybody out. However, on this particular yard or in this particular prison, that's not going to work, because they have a weapons only policy. They're not about to fight. No, whoever you get into it with, even your own homie. If the yard is a weapons only yard, then your own homie will use a weapon, because it's a weapons only yard. That's the policy on this yard. No one fights. And these yards have heavy politics. The yards where it's weapons only, it's going to be a lot of politics, because everyone wants to use violence as a last resort, because everyone knows with the violence, it's just weapons. Someone's going to get injured. Someone's going to get hurt. When people draw their weapons in prison, they're not coming at you to play. They're not doing it just to say, I drew a weapon. No. These individuals on these maximum security yards, When they draw a weapon and come at you, they're coming to use it. Thus, with that in mind, when there's a weapons only policy on the yard, people are more lenient. The politics are heavy. You have very little rope. You have very little latitude with your own faction. If you do something, your own faction is going to be quick to get on you because it's a weapons only policy on the yard. And they're saying, you know this, you know it's a weapons only policy on the yard, yet you're still running out here doing all of this nonsense. So you're putting us all in jeopardy when you know it's a weapons only policy. So they're going to get on you real tough. But it's more lenient only in the sense that since it's a weapons only policy, if it's not something that big that happened, people are going to be, more apt to let it go because they don't want to get into a riot or a war unnecessarily. They will get into it if it's necessary. If something really happened that warrants this, because they go into this already knowing it's a weapons only. So if we go to war with whomever, we all have to use weapons. So if it's not that serious, then let it go. So a weapons only yard has its pros and its cons. Everyone is going to have to stick together and do what they're supposed to do on a weapons only policy yard. Everyone is going to be walking in a straight line. It's not going to be a lot of nonsense, a lot of reasons to get into it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you're hearing it live, everyone. And welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And we're just here talking about prison yards, maximum, often, really, only time. The only time a yard will be a weapons only yard is if it's a maximum security prison yard. A level 1, a level 2, even a level 3, they don't have a weapons only policy. They've never had that. Level 4 yards are the prisons and the yards, the maximum security, that have the weapons only. So again, you may go in there and then had 100 fights in the county jail. What's up, Stone? Thank you for being a member. I gotta answer my members whenever I see them in there immediately. So welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter, and we're just talking about prison yards, maximum security prisons that have a no hands policy, a no fighting policy, a weapons only policy. You'll find, you hit prison, you'll find some prison yards or some factions, some races, some cars on that yard have a weapons only policy, meaning they refuse to fight, they will not fight you. If you guys get into it, you can expect them to use weapons, so you must be ready to use your weapon because they're going to use a weapon on you. That's it. That's all. There's nothing else to talk about. These are maximum security prisons with a weapons only policy. A hands-off. They call it a hands-off policy. A no hands-on policy. We're not going to touch you with our hands, no matter what the situation is. It's a weapons only policy. If we get into it, if you get into it with one of the homies, one of our people, for whatever reason, the weapons will come out. The weapons are going to come out. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Hit the like button, please, if you're here in the live. Thank you for joining me on the live. And we're talking about maximum security prison yards that have a no hands-on policy, a no fight policy, no fighting policy, a weapons only policy. excuse me, meaning that it's a weapons only policy. That when you get into it with anyone from this car, anyone on this yard, for whatever reason, the weapons are coming out and they're looking to gut you. That's it. But it's not going to be a surprise because you're going to know this as soon as you hit the yard. Your people are going to let you know, hey, bro, this is a weapons only yard. That's the policy here. It's weapons only. So don't be around here running wild and running crazy thinking you can do whatever you want to do. It is a weapons only policy. So if you have people draw their weapon because of some nonsense that you are doing, you are flouting or transgressing against the rules and or the protocols. Then we gonna light your ass up because you're putting us all in danger. Because there's a no hands-on, weapons-only policy. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, please, if you have not done so. And we're just talking about prison yards, maximum security prison yards, that have a no hands-on policy, a weapons-only policy. You'll find these yards in the California state prisons, the maximum security prisons. You'll hit the yard and your kinfolk will let you know. Before you even get comfortable, you need to understand that this is a no hands-on yard. Don't come here thinking you're Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield and that you're about to knock everybody out. It's just not going to happen. Even if you can knock everyone out, it's not going to happen because no one is fighting. It's a no fighting yard, period. A hands off, a weapons only, a stick it in your neck, a stick it in your eye yard. That's it. And they have these yards in the California prisons. Don't go there playing, thinking you some tough guy with your hands and you can knock everybody out. You're gonna get rolled up out of there on a stretcher. But if you mind your business and respect everyone, as I've been saying, then you'll survive. That's the bottom line. Why am I so mad? It's a lot of trolls in here. I'm gonna get my moderators back on deck to get these trolls up out of here before I go live the next time. I mean, the internet is just full of them. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button if you're here in the live. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And I'm just here talking about prison yards, maximum security yards. They have policies, at least as it relates to California state prisons. And the policies are weapons only. That is not every yard. Some yards, it's whatever. People are fighting, people are getting packed out, people are snitching, people are doing everything. But on some yards, maximum security yards, they have what you would call a hands-off policy, a no hands-on policy, a weapons-only policy, meaning, well, it speaks for itself that if you get into it, the weapons will come out. The weapons are going to come out because there will be no fighting. They're going to draw weapons and use them. But this helps keep a lot of the nonsense down with people understanding that if something kicks off, nothing but weapons are going to be involved. So this helps people walk a straight line and not get themselves involved into nonsense or unnecessary stuff. But they're in prison, as I've said before. If you are minding your business and respecting everyone, then you don't have to worry about the weapons coming out, nor do you have to worry about using a weapon. If you are comporting yourself like a man and being strong and minding your own business, then that's it. Hey, much love, Mr. Clean. Appreciate you, everyone, for joining the live. Thank you for joining the live. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button if you're hearing the live. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And we're just talking about maximum security prisons, particularly in California, and the California state prison system, the California state, the penal system, where they have a weapons-only policy, a hands-off policy. These are hardcore individuals, very strong, trained in combat, trained to go. They don't talk and they don't play. They've been locked up for 20 plus years, many of them. They've had stabbings already under their belt. And they're not going to talk to you and they're not going to fight you. They're going to get it over with. That's it. They're going to come and crash you. Thank you, Ashton, for the super chat. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Thank you for the extra support. It's appreciated. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button if you're in the live. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And we're just here talking about prison yards, particularly in California. That's where I did my time at, for those who do not know, decades behind bars. And on the level 4 yards, maximum security in California prisons, some of them you will find that they have a weapons-only policy, a hands-off, a no-fighting policy. I don't give a damn if you think you're fucking Cesar Chavez, Julio Chavez, whoever the fuck, Oscar De La Hoya, Mike Tyson, or Evander Holyfield. You're not fighting anyone on the yard where there is a no fighting policy. When you think you're going to go and put your dukes up and knock everyone out, well, guess what? They're coming out with weapons only, and big weapons, bone crushers. Take your head off, because they're not going to fight. Some of these individuals have been locked up a long time. Some of them are never coming home. You go waltzing up in there with your 3 and 4 years, your 5 years, your 6 months before you go home, thinking you tough and that you run something, and they've been in here for 25 years and they're never going home. And you think you just about to walk around there and be tough and walk out of there and take your ass home? No, it's not going to work like that. They'll be looking to end you and make sure that you don't make it home. But you can make it home. How do you do so? Well, you mind your own business, you respect everyone, and you stay out of the way. Particularly when you hit a level 4 yard that has a weapons-only policy. And they have many of them. Okay, I haven't been reading too many comments tonight. Let me check out a couple of comments. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. As I read a couple of these here comments, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. We're just talking about maximum security yards in California state prisons that have a weapons-only policy. You get into it with someone, what's up then, what's up? He pulls out a weapon because there's a weapons-only policy on the yard and no one's going to fight you. Salinas ain't no joke is true. I was in Salinas Valley prison. I paroled from Salinas Valley in 2009. I did time up there, and a lot was going on in Salinas Valley. In fact, you know what? I need to talk about Salinas Valley a little bit more. I don't get into Salinas Valley enough. I talk a lot about Corcoran and High Desert because those prisons were vicious, but Salinas Valley was also pretty vicious. A couple of stabbings that went on at Salinas Valley, even an unaliving or two, and a few COs got stabbed up pretty bad in Salinas Valley. There's a lot of politics going on in Salinas Valley. There's a lot of gambling, and there's a lot of situations that was coming from that when I was up there, but this was some time ago. but I know that it's still cracking there in Salinas Valley. And welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, and we're just talking about maximum security prisons. And some of these maximum security prisons that have a weapons-only policy, a hands-off, policy, a no fighting under any circumstances policy. Meaning, if you get into it with anyone on that yard, I don't care where this individual is from, the whole yard has a weapons-only policy. This is clear to everyone. Then it doesn't matter who you get into it with. It can be a non-affiliate. They still have to follow the protocol, which is there's no fighting here. No one fights. If we catch you swinging on somebody trying to fight, we're going to cut your ass up. It's a weapons-only policy. So if it's not serious enough to draw your weapon and use it, then stay out of the way. Let it go. And that's just it. A weapons-only policy, weapons-only prison. They have many of them. Weapons-only yards, or you may hit the yard and the yard is not weapons only as it relates to the whole yard. But there are cars there on the yard. There are races there on the yard. There are faction sections and are individuals there on the yard that have a weapons-only policy. So you may hit the yard and your car, or they're playing, so they don't have this policy. They think they can beat everybody up and they're ready to just squabble. But the individuals that they're getting into it with has a weapons-only policy. Man, who the fuck is this dude? Keep taking up all the... Get rid of this motherfucker, man. Move his ass. Yeah, he deleted it because he's sending too many messages in some kind of fucking name, some kind of language I can't understand. He trolling. Get out of here. Yeah. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Welcome to the live, everyone. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, please. And we're just here talking about maximum security prisons that have a no hands policy. A no fighting policy, a weapons only policy, and it's going to be made clear to you when you hit the yard that you have entered a yard, you have hit a yard that maintains a policy of weapons only, thus proceed with caution, is what they're going to tell you. And understand that if you cross any boundaries, any lines, the weapons will come out. And these individuals on these yards will use the weapons. They have no qualms, no misgivings. There will be no hesitation. These individuals are serious. They're solid. They're soldiers. They're like people you've never met before. You've only read about them in magazines and seen them in movies. But they really exist. And they'll slice you. They don't play as soon as you get out of line, particularly on a weapons only, maximum security, level 4 yard. Welcome to the live, everyone. Hit the like button. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And we're just here talking about maximum security prisons as it relates to California. That's what I can speak about. Oh, he's back, huh? No, not for long, dog. You're still out of there, man. Remove you again. Okay. So I just deleted him for good. All right. Welcome to the live, everyone. Somebody's trolling me. I had to delete him. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Yeah. Yeah, the Norteños are deep in Salinas Valley. Uh, I had a story on my channel about when we got into it with the Norteños. The Hoovers got into it with the Norteños. There was a lot of bloodshed over that situation. It was over a phone. And because it's a level 4, 180 prison, and it's a lot of bloodshed up there, so it's vicious. And you can say that Salinas had at least certain factions had a weapons only policy. In high desert, you will find a weapons only policy in high desert. I'm sure some factions, at least in Pelican Bay, will have a weapons only policy. Nearly every yard in high desert is going to have that, and every faction is going to have a weapons only policy. Some spots in Corcoran, Folsom, have a weapons only policy, meaning when you hit the yard, you can expect for a weapon to come out whenever, something goes wrong. That's it, and that's the bottom line. That's what you can expect. Don't expect anything else. Or you was at High Desert for 4 years, bet. Yeah, I was up there for 7 years, and it was hell. Sea Yard, I was on Sea Yard as well. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. And we're just here talking about maximum security prisons that have a weapons-only policy, meaning the hands are off. There will be no fights. You will never see a fight on the yard. Or you will never see this particular car have a fight. This particular car has a weapons-only, hands-off policy. You get into it with us, the weapons are coming out and we're looking to end you. We're not about to play with you or play any games. We're not Mike Tyson. We're not about to sit out here fighting, you knocking out my teeth and all this shit. We're just gonna get rid of you. That's it. That's a weapons only, level 4, maximum security prison where you have to walk a straight line. You can't do anything that will merit a weapon flying at your throat. That's it. Kimberlyn Hughes said hi. Hi. Hi, Kimberlyn. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, everyone. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter, and we're just talking about maximum security prisons, where I did decades behind the wall. I did decades in prison, if you're new to the channel and do not know. And I'm talking about weapons only, hands off, no fighting yards, no fighting policy on the yard, a weapons only yard. And these weapons oftentimes are very big. They're sharp. They're humongous bone crushers. These weapons hit you, they're going to break a bone. Thank you for the super chat. Where would I work? Oh damn! Let me read this. Earlier this year in January, an inmate was alive at the Folsom prison. The inmate alive was of a different race than his attackers. Isn't that prohibited to attack someone of another race? So says Yeshua Ben Joseph. Thank you for the super chat. Let me answer the other question first, real quick. Which was, where would I rank Pelican Bay? Pelican Bay is top 3. Could be number 2 behind High Desert as far as the violence is concerned, but it varies at different times, because sometimes, like, Salinas Valley will be real hot and real violent for a year or a few months and be the most violent prison in California. And then the heat goes up to Pelican Bay, where that motherfucking yard is just cracking, and everybody up there getting stabbed and unalived. And right here in Salinas, it's cool. It's a peace treaty, and everybody's getting along for a few months. But up here, it's going up. So it's like different times, different prisons are going up, where the heat is really on. And the other question from Joseph was that someone was unalived in Folsom by another race earlier this year. And isn't it prohibited for another race to attack another race? Well, yes, it is prohibited, and especially, I mean, unalive, but even whatever, it's prohibited for another race to attack you. But of course, it happens. But when it does happen, it's supposed to go up immediately. It's supposed to be an automatic riot, an automatic war, because under no circumstances are you permitted to put your hands on someone of another race or of another set, another car, another faction. It's just prohibited. And if you do it, and many people do it because they feel upset or disrespected at that moment. And they don't want to go take it to the leaders. They don't want to go take it to their leaders and let them handle it. They want to handle it right then and there. Or they not, they just lose it. They black out. They're not thinking about the rules or the politics. They feel disrespected and they just go up where they get mad at. And it might be another race that you feel disrespected you. And instead of taking it to their people or taking it to your people and, going through the proper channels and letting them handle it and resolving it, you might just say, man, I'm finna get off on this dude right now. He just disrespected me that much, that bad, where I'm about to attack his ass, right? I'm not asking nobody for permission. I'm not asking his people to take care of it. I'm about to take care of it, right? He disrespected me, so I'm about to take care of it right now. And you take care of it right then. But just understand, it's going to go up. It's going up. If you're in a level 4 prison, well, you in any prison. If it's race on race, California is so segregated, it's so much separatism, so much segregation, as I've said before, so much racism, that's really out. You put your hands on someone from another race, I don't give a damn if you're on a level 1 yard, it's going up immediately. That's the bottom line. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. You have a question? Give me a question, man. Then I'm out of here. Give me a question, old boy. Now, Gate. Give me a question. I'm going to answer it for you before I go. Everyone have a good night. You got a couple seconds to get that question to me, and now I catch you on my next live. Hit the like button. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. We're just talking about prison yards that have a weapons-only policy. Many of you don't know about this. Some prison yards you hit, the weapons are coming out whenever there is a situation. And that's what it's going to be. Weapons only. Okay, no question from here. Taking too long. What inspires me to stream? Hoping to keep individuals out of jail and help to repair my community. Y'all have a good night and stay free. Thank everyone for the support, for the super chat, super stickers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And I'll be back live soon. Everybody be strong and have a good work week and stay free.